Yo, what is going on, everybody? I am Jesse Goku, also known as King Mexico, and I am the host of the Geek Starter podcast. Now that it is now on Mondays, apparently, because I'm still trying to work on getting the fucking audio only podcast. But joining me is the host of the most, the man with the plan, the Ayatollah rock and roller Jace,
Woo!
and here in spirit is the Texas Gaming Hedgehog.
He still gets a shout out. He's not even here.
He's not even here, but he still gets a shout out.
I've seen episodes where I'm not on. It's like I don't get no damn shout out.
I forget
It's
you
because I'm
exist
white.
sometimes.
I see how it is.
No, I forget you exist sometimes. Honestly,
Very white. And it happens.
yeah, you blend in with your wall.
It's generic.
You're a white man wearing a white shirt with a white wall in the background.
The tank top season is only for personal stuff now.
Apparently,
Dawning of a new era. I'm glad you fixed how you spelled parties in the caption below.
that's how I've been spelling it the
Well,
whole time. Did I?
on the one that
Oh, I
waiting
did
screen
spell
says
it wrong.
part is. And I just
Shit.
told you about spelling
Part
things
is.
incorrectly.
Oh shit!
It's made out of my favorite wood, cider.
Whoops. So we're gonna let me see if Zeros to Heroes homeboy will hey. All right, so
Yeah,
today we
yeah.
actually got a couple things that I wanted to talk about. First thing is first. For those of you that haven't seen it, Doctor Strange 2 and the Multiverse of Madness is already out in theaters everywhere. It already made 148 million. I think it was 148 million. I have to double check those numbers. It already made a good amount of money in the box office as of right now. I already saw it. I saw it Thursday night. I don't know if anybody else. Jace, have you seen Scarlet? Have you seen the
Scarlet
Doctor
Witch is the
Strange? Yeah,
Benedict
Scarlet.
Cumberbatch.
She's in it.
No,
I was gonna
know.
call it the Scarlet Witch movie because that's all everybody gives a shit
I
about.
have not seen it.
You haven't seen it? All right.
No.
So
You
for
can't
those of you that
spoil
haven't
shit
seen it,
here.
yeah, we're not gonna spoil anything. I might do a review, but we're not gonna really spoil the movie at all. We'll have a spoiler discussion and hopefully in a not next
You know
week.
what?
But
2 weeks. You're supposed to wait like 2 weeks, right?
right, and it's only been 2 days. It's only been so 2 Mondays. So
It's
not
5 days
next Monday,
away.
but the following Monday. And it won't
I
take up the
didn't.
whole show.
I didn't know that Wong, the Asian Doctor Strange guy, his first name is also Benedict. So you get
Really?
Benedict Cumberbatch and Benedict Wong or Benedict Cho. They're both first name Benedict. Like, that's so weird. It's not
Is
even
that
a
so?
common
That's his real
name.
life. So that's his real life name, or is that his like stage name?
Benedict. He probably might be a stage name, but they both go by Benedict. You hired the two people with the name Benedict that are acting out there to be in the
What's up,
same movie.
Justin? Yeah. So I mean, we're not like I said, we're not really going to review that today. I will say this though. I like the movie. I did like it, but I at the same time I didn't like it. You know, like it's kind of hard to like put that into words without spoiling or giving an actual review of the movie. But
Did
like,
it not hit all of your must haves,
I think the
or did it try
problem,
to
like
push too
any,
hard?
I think the problem with this movie was us, like the audience.
I'm not the problem. I'm a great person.
Yeah, you're a fucking problem, sir.
I
We're
didn't
talking
see
about
it.
Doctor Strange 2. We're just talking about it briefly. We're not going to really go into detail, but I think there was more hype than there was substance.
It seems like every movie that's come out since
No,
Endgame,
but
though.
you didn't see the hype.
I saw the trailers. There's
No,
hype.
no, no, no. I'm talking about the rumors. Like, oh my god, it's a multiverse movie, so Wolverine's gonna be in it. Deadpool's gonna be in it. We're gonna get
No.
there were screenshots of Tom Cruise dressed up as Iron Man, and I will neither deny nor confirm whether he's in the movie or not.
Oh, if he is, they're going to need that 150 million on the first day.
Even
That's
in
an
the
expensive
trailer,
person.
there's a zombie uh, uh, um, Doctor Strange in the trailer.
Zombie Strange.
Yeah, and so like one of the rumors going around is, oh, they're gonna go into the zombie universe. So I mean, I liked it. It's definitely not a movie that you want to see with the kids.
I like seeing movies with the kids anyway.
I don't either. They fucking suck.
Good.
All right,
Who's
so
that? None of your business.
oh, we already introduced him earlier, and here he is, the Texas Gaming Hedgehog himself,
Bullshit. Let me give him
the
two
voice
intros.
acting phenomenon, the man that shows up on other people's podcasts, just like I do.
Yeah, you should. Yeah, I was gonna say, like, yeah, look who's talking.
The man who most
I-
recently showed up on Anime and Chill podcast this past
Yeah.
weekend.
Oh, by
I
the way,
watched that shit.
by the way, they want to do a collab with us, so just let it. You're welcome.
Oh,
You can't
really?
afford our
Okay,
groundbreaking
send them
rates.
this way then. Yeah, I definitely want to do something with them, especially with Comic Palooza coming up. So, for those of you
Mhm.
that don't, before we get into the topic of today's show, Geeks Survivor has officially submitted their applications for Comic Palooza this year. This year, Comic Palooza returns to the George R. Brown Convention Center July 15th through the 17th. You can buy your tickets right now at comicpalooza.com before the prices go up. I think they're around $60, 70. I think they're $60 right now. I'm not exactly sure.
And Bedrock City is actually doing a promo code, so you can get like $5 off a 1 day pass and like $8 off a 3 day pass.
There you go, folks. Bedrock City Comic Books get knocked. They hooking it up with $8 off right now. And the cool thing about it is you can pick up your badges before the convention at Bedrock City Comic Books.
That's amazing. It'd be
And,
even more convenient if they just mailed it to you like other
and,
conventions.
Yeah, and also speaking of this weekend, this Saturday, Bedrock City will be hosting their own Bedrock City Comic Con. It'll be taking place in the Katy area this Saturday, so it's actually pretty exciting for them.
Nice.
Did anyone else forget that it was like free comic book day this weekend? Because
I didn't. I actually went to the speaking of Bedrock, I went to the one at Westheimer, and they actually had the creator of Deadpool over there doing signings and prints and autographs and all that.
I completely forgot until I saw it on my news feed. It's like, oh man, I'm drunk already. I can't go anywhere.
I kind of forgot, but at the same time, I kind of didn't give a
Care.
shit this year. Yeah. Because they weren't doing anything with Power Rangers or Ninja Turtles or honestly, I don't really most of the free comics until only the few years that they did the Power Ranger one shots because they actually tied in to the continuity that they were doing that year.
Mm-hmm.
I really just go to cosplay and hang out and talk to people.
And Bedrock and all that.
But with that being said, Comic Palooza is July 15th through the 17th. We applied for media, panels, and podcast. So hopefully, if they approve us, we can actually host our podcast live at the con and live stream it at the same time. That'd be pretty
Age
cool.
restriction curtain.
Yeah, no, we're gonna have to tone down the podcast, but I get to harass all the cosplayers that walk by.
You suck.
You suck.
Gotta hear Green Naruto.
We have to do it kid friendly. He's like, you got a doo-doo hit. There you go.
Oh yeah. You're not good. Well, that actually hurts more. I think that one hurts. Stings
I'm
more,
disappointed in you.
No, that's more painful.
Shit. So joining us later tonight will be Josh from the Zeros to Heroes Absolute Zeros podcast, who also submitted panels at Comic Palooza. I think I'll be working with him. Unfortunately, I didn't have enough confidence to submit the Dragon Ball Z abridged. So you want to be? It's kind of like do you want to be a millionaire, but with Dragon Ball Z abridged?
Mm-hmm.
And they're gonna help me work out the structure of that panel because those aren't exactly my cup of tea. I'm not exactly familiar with that game show or that kind of structured panel. Like I'm used to the improv panels.
Yeah, should have done Jeopardy if that was the case.
They do Jeopardy. I don't know how to do Jeopardy though. I don't have a clue as to how to do it. like because I could write down some of the questions, but I'll ask you some tough ass questions.
It's all like 500 questions in Jeopardy.
Like how many clouds were in the background when Goku fought Frieza in minute 14 and like minute 708?
Frame 938.
Yeah,
Frame.
shit like that. So for those of you that follow us, make sure you let Comic Palooza know that you want to see us there this year. I've submitted 10 panels that Geeks 5 ever might be hosting. I don't think we're going to host all of them. I think a couple of them they just they won't approve whatsoever because of the way they work. I don't think they're going to do the super adult karaoke or the super cosplay dating game show
Right.
because they have another cosplay dating game that's more family friendly. Ours is 100% like most of our panels are adult entertainment.
Yeah.
Because we don't really cater to all ages. I just
to
don't.
children.
Fuck the children.
You don't like children.
It's not that I don't like children. Don't stop telling people I don't like children. I have a child.
Yeah. It'd be
You
kind of
like
ironic.
you like child, not children. Children
This is
plural.
true. I just
It
don't
comes
like
into a
other
group of
people's
3 or
children.
more.
I don't like strangers.
And also,
children.
we don't want to deal with that whole situation where remember that a couple years ago that one parent with the Pokemon versus
Pokemon
Digimon
shit.
thing.
Oh yeah, right. Like he like talked shit to me, and I talked shit to him on his way out.
Yeah.
This is comment. Blastoise says ours is 18 divided.
I saw that. I know what he means. But I saw the divided sign.
Half.
Some Gothic energy.
Oh my god! I still remember when Blastoid saying I'm on a boat, or he's saying I think it was on a boat, and there's a lot of cussing in it, and one of the girl cosplayers started crying in the audience because the foul language was offensive to her.
Gotta weed out the weak.
Yeah.
Right. All right. So our topic for today, it doesn't seem like it's a. I don't know. It's just one of those topics that a lot of people
You
debate.
like to party.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So there's
so-
the group of people that party, that like to have the parties, that like
Mhm.
to go to the room parties.
Yeah. But there's some that don't.
Right. And
Oh my
actually,
God.
I'm Sonic just kind of like reminded me by saying that. So there are 3 groups. I take back what I said. There are 3 groups. There are the people that don't go to the room parties. Actually, there's 4. There's people that don't go to the room parties that
So
don't
stop
mind
them
them.
now. 5.
There are
Five
the people that go to the parties and party. There are the people that go to the party but don't drink. And there are the people that don't go to the parties
Okay,
but
just
they fucking can't stand them.
Just make it easier for you. Just keep it short and simple. Do they go to the party and then don't go to the party?
Yeah, yay
There's
or
people who don't
Keep
go
it
to the
simple.
party because they don't like Goku. And there's people who don't go to the party because they got busy and they forgot what time it was.
There are
There's
people
who don't
that
go to the
hate
party.
my guts that still go to my party.
I know, right? It's like they just do it out of spite or what? It's like what's their
No,
end goal?
because there's nothing else to do. Fuck.
But
Like-
like, so what Goku's trying to say is this topic is pretty much like the title says. Does having a room party and going to it, does it help make an impact on your experience of a convention? That's basically the more professional way to say it.
Yeah, does it impact
Your
Do you
enjoyment of the
feel-
Your
content.
con experience.
Yeah.
like also not just your experience, like overall, like do you feel like room parties as a whole ruin the convention as well?
That's a tough one. All right, you go first, Jace. You go first.
That is a tough one because it depends on how your perspective goes. Because there's a lot of closed-minded, don't like people touching them kind of people who don't want that type of ruckus. And being on the same floor is one of those things, or under them or above them. It's a real pain in the ass. But I mean, that doesn't really bother me in that aspect. What's your point?
I think Chase is the wrong person to defend the naysayers.
I think they're a bunch of sissies and they should just suck it up and go to a different convention. Is that what you want to hear? Because that's what I feel like.
He could be blunt. He could be blunt.
I like being on the same floor as a room party. I don't want to go to the party, but I like the idea that there are people having fun. I just don't want anything to do with it.
The room floor. There you go. The floor party.
So,
It's a lot more fun.
Sonic, what do you think?
So for me, it's like a case by case. And it's like what Jay said, depending on the person, because there could be some people who are like not into parties, who aren't into parties outside of the con. and when they don't go to it, it just depends on the person. Honestly, it's like what they expect at a con. Because for me, the only time there's ever been I've ever been to like a room party per se is when Delta. That's like the only con I've been to that has a room party. Um, Other than that, it's just at the end of the day, it's just depending on what the person is looking for at a convention. What's going to help them create that experience? If they're there just for the parties, that's give them all the freedom they want. That's their thing. But for someone who's not really into the parties, if they're willing to go, if they like to go, they can. If not, they can just stay in their hotel room or go home or something like that. But if they want to spend at the party, even though the con they're already having a good time, if they go to the parties, it adds more to the experience. Maybe it could help them. Hey, maybe I'll go to another. Maybe if any room parties, I'll probably go to the next one. You know what I mean? But it's just what they do. It's like some people, they don't like to drink, they don't like to do any of that stuff. They can still go there and have a good time. They
Yeah,
can still,
you're a prime example of that. You don't drink, and you were at the party.
Yeah, and I had a great time. Talking to other people, chilling. It's like it felt like a small little condo per se of like people like you talk to. It's like hanging out with all the friends and all that.
Yeah, I think my actual beef is like with the people that detest room parties. Like they're like, oh, well, I don't see how you can just go to a con and like drink, like go to your hotel room and just drink and be loud. I'm like, well, I don't understand how you can just go to a fucking con, walk around for 4 hours in a glorified flea market, buy bullshit that's twice the price.
I have an idea who you're talking about too.
It's not Captain Potassium this time.
No, it's I know who you're talking about.
And how can you I'm not saying don't support the dealers in the dealer's room, because I have bought shit in the dealer's room. Like one of my Dragon Ball Z custom made controllers is from the dealer's room. I have a laptop bag. I have several figures from the dealer's room. But the problem is I sometimes don't trust the dealer's room because I've been burned before. I bought figures that look cool from a fucking distance.
Yeah.
Bam, bootleg.
Mm-hmm.
Don't go when you're sober or when you are sober.
I was sober. And they look like they looked great, and I'm like, they look like shit from up close.
Check the eyes.
And then, I
you can see a misprint.
Yeah, I pay for the item to give it to you. I'm like, what the fuck? And then I look at the fine print. No refunds.
They caught you with the fish bait.
There is a nice vibe at Jesse's party. Like, I'm cool with everyone there, and it's welcoming. LOL. I'll ignore everyone until I greet Jesse, though. Respect. Blastoids, I need you on this podcast.
I gotta find
are you
the
working? Because I was listening to oh, here we go. Joining us is the man, the CEO, the founder, the owner. He is the chairman of the board. He is the Vince McMahon, the Tony Khan of Zeros to Heroes, the leader of the Absolute Zeros podcast. He's got a fucking spoon on his face. The one, the only, Josh.
The one and only Josh.
What's up? What's up,
Hello.
man? You just joined us in time to talk about the subject. So we did talk about a little bit about people need to go see Doctor Strange if they haven't, and we're going to do a full review on it. Not next Monday, but the following Monday.
Cool.
All right, and just the time because I'm gonna see it on Wednesday.
I'm working at the Popo station. Fucking traitor.
He's getting that. He's trying to erase your record from the inside.
I mean, that's good.
Yeah, no.
I mean, that's good because we're gonna do a full-on discussion of it next Sunday.
By the way, I'm so glad you didn't do shit last night because I was about to text you last night. Hey, man, I can't be on the show. It's Mother's Day.
Yeah, no, I literally remembered it was Mother's Day like Friday.
I was gonna post Happy Mother's Day to all the moms and Jace on my timeline.
Aww. That's very wholesome.
Taking shots at Jace.
Like, hey.
So I was watching the podcast that I had did because y'all had y'all did a podcast Monday, the day after Delta, without me because I was really like
Yeah, you
drained
were.
while I was
Yeah,
recovering.
yeah. Mhm.
And then I remember listening to it. I was pissed when I heard it because like I felt attacked so much. I remember doing a
Because they were
podcast where I
attacking
explained
you.
like the whole weekend, and then shit to each other the whole show. Like when he showed up at my room party. So for those of you that don't know who I'm talking about, Don is one of our friends. He's a member of the Black Table Podcast. He was in the room too,
Mhm.
and Blastoids walks in and he's like Goku, and he runs up and hugs me. And Don was like, "What the fuck? Where the fuck is my hug?" He just completely ignored Don, and then he gave Don a hug second. But like he completely ignored everyone. In fucking green.
Establishing dominance.
Yeah, at the party,
Yeah, that's it.
opening drinks, getting munchies, ready,
It's a
eating
fun game we
cereal.
play of what is Sonic opening or putting
Yeah,
together today.
what is Sonic eating? What is Jay's drinking?
Alcohol.
Well, I was eating. I actually had like a bowl of frozen yogurt. So I was
Oh,
at Tutti
nice.
Frutti. So
Nice.
I
Actually,
had some ice cream.
I enjoy Sweet Frog. Believe it or not, I like their toppings and their strawberry ice cream.
It's a weird
Fuck
turn.
Fuck you.
I just enjoyed Sweet Frog. It's very nice.
Shut up.
Me, an intellectual. I enjoy.
Low fat.
I don't smoke crack. I don't do heroin.
But I enjoy
Anymore.
frozen yogurt.
Yes, let me
That's-
have this.
Give me my Frogurt.
I don't do cocaine anymore.
It's because it's too expensive.
It is
Anymore.
expensive.
You ain't got cocaine money.
I don't. I mooched off people.
Cocaine.
You know how easy it was to do
Oh,
a
Jesus.
You go to a club, you go to a questionable club, and next thing you know, you're in the bathroom doing a line off of some girl's tits.
That's the dream.
Boy, that's
have
gonna be. That
probably
would have sounded so
shared
out of.
too much.
That was a hell of a delta.
Did this happen at Delta?
I don't fucking know. I just say random things and they have
He wasn't even there.
No, it happened at Allcon. Oh,
It was
fuck.
at a convention. Look at that.
It was at a. Shut up! Leave me
How
alone.
Goku started a line.
I'm not the same person I was back then. I've matured.
You have more cartilage than
I have.
you did now.
401. I have a 401k. I have health insurance now. I have a kid.
Credit score's the same though.
Actually, no, mine's almost pretty good. I'm almost got it at 630.
Almost pretty good.
I went from 400 something to 620.
Just 4.
Yeah, imagine.
What the fuck is my credit score?
I
Everyone
don't
check
even
your
know
credit
either.
score and put it in the chat. We'll see who we can
No.
get along with. We need a rent a Miata. We need a who's the cosign.
Uzi, come on the show. I need you on the show,
What the hell is?
Mr. El Chapo.
So,
All right, so we're talking about the room parties. I'm just gonna go out and say it. I can see why people think they hurt the cons because there are some stupid fucking morons out there.
Mm.
You know how many times, like the 1 year at Delta, once I hit 30, I made a rule like, look, I'm not playing this fucking game anymore. I'm tired. If you're gonna come drink in the room, and I made this announcement on the Delta HCon page, the Delta
very,
21
you made it
page,
very clear, basically.
right? It was very clear. There were no exceptions. If you're not 21 and up, you're not drinking in our room.
Makes sense.
And so that year, like there was this girl I really liked, so I invited her. So but she went to another room party. They had the same, we had the original suite, but they had the suite we had last year, but they only had the suite. They didn't have the bonus bedrooms.
Mhm.
Lame. Poor. No, I'm poor.
Flashing that 600.
What are you talking about?
And,
We're all
like,
poor.
there were a lot of like kids that looked like they were 19, 20, 21. Just sitting there. There was a lot of open alcohol. And I was just like, I don't feel right anymore. I don't feel right being here. I don't feel right with all these kids. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25-year-old Goku. Oh, fuck it. You're 18, right?
Ugh.
What were you going to say, Josh?
I hate how kids these days, like under 18, like minors, look older than they actually are. It's fucking infuriating because, Like, hey, you want to get a drink? I am under 18. Fuck.
Yeah, he looks like
Go away.
27 or 26 or some shit.
Mm-hmm.
I had the opposite. I think like 25-year-olds look like they're 12.
That too.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Very extreme both ways.
I'm
Where the
so
hell's your
sorry.
parents?
Fucking Blastoids' story. I think I remember that too.
I think it got weird for me at Delta. Got cock blocked, and I was leaving Jesse's party, and a male dude stopped me to have a heart to heart. I'm like, bro, I got blue balls. I need to go make up to me later.
So
I think
we
he's
had
told that
this
story
really
on the
fine-
podcast before.
We had this
Yeah.
really fine blonde that had like she got naked and had everybody signing her body, and she was like dry humping and putting on a show with her Sancho that she came with my buddy that she came with to the con. They were gonna put on a show for everybody. And I think she was gonna hook up with Blastoids. Or she was either gonna hook up with Blastoids or have Blastoids participate.
Mm-hmm.
And this was the
Weird
same
story.
year they had the gang. This was the year before they had the gangbang in the room with the band in Canada, and
Jeez.
with that one girl that guy was in love with.
Fantasimo.
Yeah, no, Kat, my friend, she's short, so she looks really young, but she's not.
Short people don't have to look
I
young.
like that party at IkiCon where we had to kick out the minors because the dude who had the room was too fucked up to do anything, and they had reported the party. The problem with that was
When the
that
hell was
we
that?
kicked everyone out. So me and you kicked everyone out. This was at IkiCon and right before the pandemic kicked in. The problem with that party was that we kicked out everybody who wasn't in staying in that room. Everybody left, and it was just me and you. Like the owner didn't even know there was a party in his room. I think he had,
really?
yeah, I think he went to another party and like didn't come back.
Wow.
Don't
So,
post your
yeah.
height in the chat. That's
No, that she
laughable.
can. It's adorable. We'll send her free gifts. We have face masks,
That won't fit her.
Gatorade bottles.
4'10".
Ball
I
manga.
can look down and hip at you.
And a shitty drill gun.
Let's play a
It's like
game
the
of what's
random
on
shit.
Jesse's desk.
Because I'm still like adding shit to my
You
room,
always
like,
have shit on your desk. It's been 3 years. There's always shit on your desk.
That's because I'm still adding stuff. You didn't notice I've
Whose
added
desk
stuff.
isn't clean?
Mine's organized. It's not.
Yours is clean, bitch. Yours is clean. Don't start. I've seen your desk.
Me?
Yes, you.
Fuck it. Fuck it if it's clean. Hell
Oh,
no.
by the way, we're going to be giving away these these cups at Comic Palooza.
Mugs.
I have like
That's
a few
dope.
extras.
Why's it got an extra hole in the mug handle?
That's so you can
Put your finger or
no,
like
so you can like tie it to
hang
a
'em.
belt. You can hang
There's
it
a,
to your belt.
there's a giant handle that's already there that you can
Yeah,
tie
but if
that
you're
on.
camping, you hang it from a utility belt.
in case you need it, you know.
It's the same thing.
So
never-
going back to the whole room party, I think okay. So the problem is there's a lot of people that aren't 21 to drink.
Mhm.
Now, who am I to judge someone that's 18-year-old that decide they're first off 18 is a grown ass adult. Like you can't. You're not like, oh, why do you have an 18-year-old here and drinking? Well, first off, I'm not his fucking parent. And secondly, it's only really in this country where 21 is the legal drinking age limit. In other fucking countries, it's in like what 18, 16, some shit like that.
Yeah.
Anywhere in between.
Yeah, something like that. So I mean, but the cops don't give a shit. So when the cops come, whenever you have a room party, the cops they'll call the cops if there's a noise complaint. First, security will take care of the noise complaint. Oh, hey, y'all need to kill the party, keep it down, whatever. Depends on the con, depends on the hotel, and depends on the security. And it depends on their mood. If things escalate too much, they will call the police. The police will get involved, and when the police walk in, they can't really like give you a ticket or arrest you for being too loud and having a party, but they can arrest you or give you a ticket for having minors in your room drinking.
Yeah, that's or if
Makes
anything,
sense.
you could probably get arrested for that too.
Yeah, you can get arrested, and I tell you what, I'm not going to fucking jail for a fucking individual that's under the age of 21.
Yeah, he'll go to jail on his own terms.
I know.
He's got enough to worry about.
Fighting like a boss.
Hey, I'll be right back.
Okay.
Haha! I'm fine with room parties. I don't go to them. I don't go to parties outside of conventions, so I feel like going to a convention is a party in its own.
I've never really been to con parties outside of like con raves, like IkiCon 2021 or 2022. This last IkiCon was the first time I actually went to like a con party with Jesse.
Mhm.
What did I walk into?
I'm just saying that last IkiCon was the first time I actually went to con parties with you.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
man.
that's right. Like he was
You
like,
had the
I never really
opportunity to make up a good lie right there, and you didn't.
like.
'Cause
Yeah,
you know he's not going to watch it back.
He's my boy.
like he had never been to a room party. I'm like, we gonna go to a party.
You're going to go to the party.
There were almost no room parties though. We were the party.
Yeah, yeah, the party and both nights, Friday and Saturday night, in that empty panel room.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was fun.
You
Let's
think
see what
parties get a
somebody
bad
said.
rep because like drunk people were just wandering around the convention like
Definitely.
late at night?
So so we got a story. 2019 Delta tried to throw a party for a few friends. They got high and bailed. So I had a box full of liquor. Gave it all to the first adult looking for an Akatsuki member I bumped into out the elevator. He and his girl looked so happy and skipped away. Damn, made their day. I hope he got laid. Probably.
That's good for
Probably.
him.
Good
Here,
for
take
him.
this hooch.
Uh, um, but like, it's not just the underage thing because you can go to jail for that. But there's like there's a lot of people that will actually vandalize the rooms.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they'll trash the fucking rooms. I know Onicon like a long time ago had a bad rep with the George R. Brown Hilton because people would trash the hallway and trash the rooms. Let me take Blastoise's thing off the screen.
It's been on there for a while.
Yeah, it's been on there for a
I was
while.
about to say something.
People always trash rooms. I mean, they'll leave stains on the couch, on the floor. They'll attack
Kind of
electrical
things.
sockets, break Coke machines, do all
Fuck
kinds
you.
of
You're
stuff.
calling me out.
I did it at first, then I transitioned to it. False
I've
sense of security.
never left stains. That's weird. What are they just having sex everywhere?
Well, when you throw up a lot, there's no real control where it's going
I
to
have you know,
Take
sir.
a black light to it. It looks like a Jackson Pollock painting.
I have been pretty good about
Ew, is that
fucking puking in trash cans. Thank you very much.
I was me calling myself out. I threw up like all over a couch at one convention because I drank way too much and ate way too much. Bad combination.
They're the people that smeared shit. Like when I say shit,
Fecal matter.
I mean
Poo.
angry video game nerd would buffalo shit. It wasn't actually buffalo shit. Before somebody says, "Where the hell did they get buffalo shit from?"
From the Wild Wings.
Figure of speech.
obviously.
Uh, they smeared it on the walls of the hallway.
Yeah, there was like a con. It was like outside, like where was it in Maryland, right? That happened, and they kind of like
See, bitch. I'm sorry, Sonic. I'm addressing the comments.
it's fine.
You got to see it. You see it?
Is
Yeah,
the couch
Mark.
in the elevator?
The couch in the elevator.
That's a classic, though. That's not vandalism. That's a quality prank.
You know how much those poor fucking housekeeping women.
How the
They gotta
fuck did they
fucking
put
move
a couch in an elevator?
Some
Angles,
hotels
man.
have couches in the hallways,
Yeah.
like
They'll
chairs.
have the
couches,
waiting area by the elevators when you're on your
are
high
like
floor.
yeah. Whenever the fancier the hotel, the more likely it is to have a chair.
See,
love
take
seat
the
or
light
cushion.
bulbs out of the elevators. That was just dark.
Somebody,
spooky.
some asshole stole the fake plant.
That bastard.
No, somebody at Anime Houston shit in the fake plant.
That is true.
Yeah,
Wow.
that happened. Somebody shit in the fake plant, and they were like, "We're fertilizing it." I'm like, it's fake, right?
This thing's got dust on it, dude. You're not fertilizing anything.
I didn't actually have that conversation with them, but that's what I was thinking. Like, it's fake. Why the fuck are you fertilizing? I know I got in trouble for punching Mr. Hand Sanitizer.
What?
Yeah,
Breaking shit.
coordinate myself. Anyways, yeah. So it just comes down to that's where I think that people have the issues with a lot of room parties. They think when you think room parties, you think vandalism, you think
Mhm.
underage drinking, you think of like
It's just
just like.
just like the past reputations, basically.
Mhm.
Well, that's also a problem because it's not just because of the room party. I drink way too much in a room with just like 3 people. It has nothing to do with the party. Like alcohol is getting consumed no matter what.
Yeah, I
You want to go
mean,
steal a plant.
I have seen more people bitch and complain about the room parties than the goddamn stank from the video game rooms.
Get what about all like the homeless people just hang out in the front?
Hmm.
I'm here to
Mm,
complain about that.
it depends on where you are. That's
Especially down
only
in
been
Austin.
a problem at certain cons, and they're mostly in Austin.
My bigger issue is the freeloader con goers who all just don't go into the convention, but they all just kind of hang out or they don't need a badge.
Oh, you mean like the people at Matsuri?
Yes,
Yeah, you
they
just
got them at
described.
A Fest and Acon too. They
Yeah.
just kind of hang out in the lobby because that's the
Uh,
place they're allowed to do it.
bitch, it's $90
You say that like the bad thing.
for a badge. I'll hang out in that fucking lobby too. Did you hear anything I said?
No,
Loud
you
and
just go
clear.
like,
Going in and out.
yeah.
Well, I
Yeah,
said
I
it was
heard beep.
$90 for a fucking badge.
Then don't
I
go.
ain't, huh?
Then don't go.
I don't.
Or either don't go or just find a discount. Like I know Groupon, I saw Groupon they had some for Acon, and I was able to get 2 Acon passes for the price of one.
Buy it
Group
early
on it.
enough.
No,
You're not helping.
I don't buy badges. First off, sir,
Yeah, you get there because you host panels. As we've been
I
over,
sell my soul for a
there's a
free
lot of real
badge.
shitty panels out there too.
Don't get me started on the fucking shitty panels.
I think we should tackle all those issues before you worry about the room parties that aren't causing any trouble.
That's not true. Because these room parties also attract creepers.
Are you saying you've never had any creepers in your room party?
And they didn't explode? That's amazing.
You weren't there at
As long as you don't
no,
hit them, they
IkiCon
don't
didn't
get
have the
aggressive.
creeper problem. No, it was Anime Houston where like 5 guys, like we went to a room party and it was like the guy to girl ratio was there were more guys than girls. So like 5 dudes surrounded one girl. It was pretty bad.
Don't flood the restroom. I mean, yeah.
Rule 4, don't flood the restroom. Friend got drunk and puked in the sink with the water on. The towel and puke clogged it and the running water flooded the floor because he was out cold. Damn.
That reminds me of the story that Brad told one time that the guy whose room flooded the bathroom with the bathtub because he was cleaning his cosplay, and then he'd turn off the water and it just flooded the entire bathroom.
It reminded me of the time we were at Onicon at the Hilton that Onicon is at, and we had 2 friends who needed a place to stay, so we let them stay with us. And they are doing it in the fucking bathtub,
I got shit. Open the door.
but they flooded like I guess they were splashing water everywhere, and eventually it flooded into the fucking hallway.
Well, that's not flooding. That's like overflow.
Yeah, well, it still got us in fucking trouble. I remember one. What the fuck did I just do?
Just turn on a
Uh,
spotlight.
There's been some dumbass people in my hotel rooms too. Like this one girl, she came to our room, and these 2 dudes were hanging out with her, and they thought it was a smart idea to start smoking weed on the balcony. And this was Onicon, the Hilton at Onicon, and the room we had a balcony right above where the swimming pool is. and we were on the second floor, and the fucking pool was covered in cops. I think they were looking for somebody or something, and they think it's a good fucking idea to
To piss
smoke.
on them.
No, to smoke weed while they're out there. And we had one of those. It's not a window. It's a really big like AC unit. They're kind of like the window units,
Yeah.
and the like it was right there in the balcony. So whatever, all the smoke got sucked up by the fucking AC's ventilation and knocked back into the room.
You hotbox
So
yourself.
it hotboxed it with the AC. So the fucking room smells like weed. And the cops raid the room to feed everybody. And I remember getting a phone call. Hey Jesse, what's up? The cops are here. Fuck do you mean the cops are? Yeah, they said the room smells like weed and like yeah they said that they're asking for you. They said you need to come. Tell them I'm busy. Tell them I'm hosting panels. Tell them I'm at the con.
Hey man, he's at the con.
Yeah, he's at the con right now. He's not here. Like he left. He went home. So I run to the room that we have next door to that room that they're raiding.
Safe house.
And I fucking hide in the fucking bathtub. I'm hiding in the bathtub with the lights off, and I'm like, shh, shut up or they'll hear me.
I mean, you could have easily just hid in the convention. Those cops would eventually just stopped.
No, they never came
Trouble.
after me. They just kicked everybody out of that room. And my friend was like, Jesse, what about your stuff? What about your PlayStation 4? Fuck it. I'll get another. I'm not going to jail.
I think this group's too pro party. I'm going to turn it into negative. I'm going to be negative
done
party
any
now.
Private parties only certain people with invites can get into. Yeah, we do them all the time.
Uh-huh.
It's very rare that we have an actual. We have more private parties than we actually have open parties. I think the open parties are saved for like a big con, like IkiCon, Delta, or like Anime Houston, because that's right around my birthday. But even then, we don't have the party in our room. And we have it in somebody else's room, and I just fucking trash their room instead of mine.
I think hotel parties are bad for conventions
Why?
because they cause a negative stereotype, which can cause the hotels to kick out the convention, and then they got to find a new home, and they get into a smaller venue where they have to jack up their prices, which in the long term kills the convention.
So
I'm
yeah,
sorry.
Con.
So this is basically he basically what Jace trying to explain is it's literally like that book. If you give a mouse a cookie, a chain reaction happens.
Exactly. You got to
If
take
you,
big
wait,
leaps.
hold on.
Shit,
If you
I
throw
think-
instead of if you give a mouse a cookie, it's
if you throw a con party.
if you throw a party at a con, the con would I like it.
If you give a con a party, you give a nerd a party, he's gonna want some booze. If you give the booze, if you give the nerd some booze, he's gonna want some weed.
I haven't
If
thought
you-
of that book in years.
If you make him lose the muffin,
Blaster, you're gonna have to be more,
he's dying over here.
you're gonna have to be more specific. Like that, I think you added more stories.
It's chain reaction, man.
Yeah, basically that's what he's trying to say. It would just cause a chain reaction.
When you think of conventions that have lost their venues because of vandalism, and that could be tied into the bad parties, good parties don't benefit a convention, I feel. Not enough to offset the bad parties.
Well, I mean, why not though? I mean, okay, so I feel like con parties do benefit cons.
How so? Because you haven't
Because
quite explained
there
that
are
part
a
yet.
lot of conventions
Mhm.
that don't have a lot of are good adult panels.
Very true. Very true.
Adult content, basically.
Right,
Yes.
adult content. I'm sorry, and I'm sorry, anyone from Delta, Sarah. I love Delta, I really do, and I want to help the con.
She's in the chat.
Right. The most boring thing at Delta was that crappy zombie dance. It
I
was
forgot they
dead.
did that.
Huh?
Zombie dance.
Are they just doing the thriller?
Wait. What did you say, Tom?
I forgot that was a thing. I forgot that was like a whole theme, but like you wouldn't even tell there was a theme based on like the way it was all laid out, the programs and all that. It's like the same programs, like the same styles. Like there was a theme this year. You know what I mean?
That's how. But that proves my point right there. You just proved my point that it was so goddamn forgettable.
Exhibit A right here.
Yeah, zombie prom, whatever the fuck it was called.
I read that as porn.
Zombie.
Oh, zombie porn.
I can look that up right now.
Dyslexia.
No.
How do you do a zombie dance?
Thriller.
So it's literally where
There
you
you go.
dress up as a zombie and go to prom.
It's the monster mesh.
Hmm.
Yeah. Literally,
Okay,
you
I
just go up
guess.
there and it's a graveyard smash.
It was a really bad crash
And they did the monster mash.
at the Great American Bash.
But that's how forgettable the dance was. I do not like formals. It's not that I don't like dressing up in suits or tuxedos.
Yeah,
It's
you do.
just
It doesn't really fit the anime con aspect. You know what I mean?
right.
Like, that's my personal take. Like, I'll give you an example. I went to OniCon in 2019. They did a formal, and man, that shit like sucked. Like you could that they do have like gathering normal dance and all that stuff, but it's stuff you would probably see like at a normal rave or something. Like people are like doing group dances and all that. They're like in a small circle of their friends and all that stuff. It's like something you would see in regular prom. It's like, dude, this is something you could do at regular prom, not at a con every weekend. You know what I mean? Imagine every con had like a formal, and it's like sometimes some of them are like the same repeats, especially us Hispanics. We go through quinceañeras and weddings almost every fucking weekend, at least once a month.
Yeah.
You
For
get the
real.
mileage out of this suit.
Yeah,
I already got my money's worth out of it the first year.
Okay, so your statement was they're good for conventions because
Okay.
more adult content.
Because honestly,
it provides more
look
entertainment.
at panels. Like when people review cons, it's very rare that they give a con kudos for the panels. Because we went to IkiCon. Like, I helped Zeros to Heroes with their panels.
Mm-hmm.
And I
Yes,
attended
lovely.
another panel. It was something shit posting, stupid posting, shit posting. I don't fucking know. Something
Said
about
that
shit
twice.
posting. It was like a bunch of people that were like 20, 19, 21. And literally there's this one white dude that looks like he spent his entire paycheck at Hot Topic and then made his way to the con. And he
Is that not
talked
normal?
about how he shit his bed one night while sleeping.
Boy, that's shit posting, all right.
One form or another.
Yeah, that's
And
literal shit
I
posting.
remember
That's a crappy take.
I remember telling Josh about this.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, "Hey man, I just came back from a panel, and the highlight of the panel was some guy shitting his bed,
Boy, that shit's the bed, indeed.
and everybody's like laughing. I'm literally just sitting there like this the whole time.
This is the best you have.
Regretting life.
And I'm like, "Hey man, that was pretty good."
I could
I'm
have
laughing.
put
I'm
a
laughing
nail through my
hysterically.
hand and had more fun.
Honestly, dude, I only like my buddy was one of the hosts for the panel, and that was probably one of the best panels that weekend. Honestly, it was one of the dumbest fucking things I've ever attended in my entire life. But it was so much better than some of the other panels I've attended in IkiCon history. What's like
Okay, so you're saying it provides additional entertainment is the benefit.
right because like some like let's put it out there. A bad room party can also help determine whether a person thinks a con is good or bad.
Very much so.
Yeah, because bad publicity is better than no publicity.
Right. But like there are people that have room parties like a fraternity. And I think that's the problem. Did I cut out again?
No, we
No,
heard you.
no.
You said nothing to say.
You're
to it.
fine.
See, I'm trying to address the
My
comments.
counter argument to your provides bonus entertainment. You brought up conventions like Delta or smaller conventions, and some big ones in that sense, where a bad convention, a bad party that is like over the top bad could cause it to where that convention no longer can exist. They've got to move venues. They violate the contract. They have a huge fine on them. For a smaller convention that clearly can't provide enough entertainment, it could potentially hurt them far more than it could ever benefit from, even if it's a good party, if it's causing too much of an issue.
Right.
No, I'm not saying parties don't have their downside,
And the
but look
idea
at
that you're
some.
drawing attention to a bad party because you want to see the train wreck, you're drawing in more bad people who see it as like, oh, we can wreck this place and potentially ruin an even larger convention. Akon had to move for one; it got too big, and they got kicked out of the hotel they were in this before their contract was up because of vandalism.
And then now they're heading to the where KamehamehaCon was in 2019 at the
Yeah.
Irving, and now they're not only using that convention center, they're also using that Toyota theater that next to it. So they're gonna
Yeah,
use
they've been looking for a home for like the past 6 years. Since
That's
they've moved.
because Akon. It's
recently had a
not
new
just
owner
the
and all that
room
stuff
parties,
too.
but overall, they just have a history of people just tearing shit up. Like
Yeah, they had a
even the
reputation as a
fucking.
party convention.
It's not.
Kind of like
but
Dragon Con in a way.
Yeah,
But Akon really isn't that big on the partying. It's more of the fucking because I've been to Akon, like, and this little dickhead ripped part of my Megazord cosplay just because he ran into me. Akon is literally filled with a bunch of dicks that don't give a shit, and they will tear up the con. Akon just has a bad rap. Not only that, Akon has gone through years and years and years of poor management, poor leadership. They literally went through an entire Captain America Civil War scenario within their staff.
Yeah.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
That was one of the major issues with them moving around, but it's just a downside of it. And they're still moving around. One of the major issues they got kicked out of one of their convention centers was vandalism. People wrecked an entire area, and they had to be kicked out of their area before their contract was up.
Basically, that was like the straw that broke the camel's back in a way.
Yeah, it was at the Anatole. The Anatole was
16,
got
right?
like completely like hotel was needed to be completely cleaned and like refurbished on the inside. They were already planning on doing construction on the outside, so like this gave them more reason to do it. But the amount of wreck that everyone did was just way too much.
That's because the raver scene, and I'm sorry for anybody that's watching this show, whether it's live or you're watching the later
Archive
replay.
and all that. Yeah.
Right. It's the raver fucking scene, dude. Akon catered way too much to the raver scene. And like there are bigger cons that have parties that don't have the same issue as Akon. Look at Comic Palooza. Look at Dragon Con. Look at Anime Expo. Look at
Is Anime
really
Expo
giving them a
is
compliment.
Anime
Look at
Expo a
Matsuri.
party con?
What's up?
Is
I said,
Expo
look
a
at
party
fucking
con?
Matsuri.
Yeah,
they have
Expo.
parties.
Yeah, Expo is becoming a party con, but also it gets like, it's mostly like, the best way to describe it is San Diego Comic Con, but with anime. That's the best way I can describe it. And I know I wanted to talk about this at a different topic, but I might as well address it now. Apparently, like, there's some issues with like a lot of English voice actors kind of refuse to go to Anime Expo, like to be a guest, because apparently,
Oh, wow.
based on what I've seen on Twitter, they said that according to them, normally a con would pay you to go be a guest at their panel at their con, but apparently with AX it's the other way around, which is
Really?
and then and then some voice actors found out, hey, this is just nothing but a trade show. We might, and it turns out they're actually making their own separate voice acting con, like outside of Los Angeles, which is like
That makes sense. I think that's a good move.
yeah,
I think
like for
Anime
me,
Expo-
like I'm not saying like, oh, because I'm doing VA myself, but it's like from that perspective, I could totally understand why they wouldn't go to that kind of con if like you have to pay to go there. I'm like, wait, no, like isn't it the other way around? It just doesn't make any sense. But anyway,
Josh, who did we meet at IkiCon that was going to be a guest at San Diego Comic Con this year? So
Fuck if I
our
remember.
Uber driver during IkiCon
Oh yeah, that's right.
was one of the extras in the original Jurassic Park.
He's an
no
Uber
shit,
driver.
he was.
He was an Uber driver. He's like, yeah. We were talking about the con. He's like, oh yeah, I think I'm going to one of those. They gave me like a check to go to this Comic Con in California because I was in Jurassic Park, and he was like he was one of the little kids in the movie. I think the one that found the one that helped find the fossil in the very beginning.
Yeah, that's what he said. Yeah.
And we actually looked him up because we thought he was bullshitting.
Uber driver.
It's fucking Uber drivers on crack. I don't know why. It just for some reason when you said voice actors and Anime Expo, it just reminded me of that shit.
No, it's fine because like I was recently like hearing about it because right now like I see all this because sometimes like with guests, you it's sometimes you got to treat them right, and obviously all the whole thing of the whole Matsuri and all that BS and all that stuff. It just
Yeah,
like
no.
it just doesn't expand to like other conventions and all that stuff.
I will say Anime Matsuri has a better handle when it comes to their parties. Like they'll just flat out shoot you.
What?
How's that a better handle?
I'll be back.
I mean, better than Akon.
They'll ignore you.
Akon will see you vandalizing, hitting the wall with the sledgehammers and spray paint. Fuck it.
Like, well,
This is
shit.
our last year here anyway.
Everyone start looking for a new place, guys.
Yeah, we gotta
I
start.
just saw a
looking for
guy
new
walking
venue.
down the hallway with a blowtorch. Should we stop him? I'll get paid for this shit.
Anime
Oh, no.
Matsuri is such a fucking dumpster fire, though. They're such a train wreck. Everything else, they're pretty good at making sure you don't burn the place down because they probably owe them a shitload of money as it is.
Only thing in code are the fire extinguishers.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Those are supplied by the city of Houston. I'm
Well, you might
just gonna
check
throw it
them.
out
They
there.
might have
I do this
drained
every
out the
once in a
nitrous.
while. Oh, fuck Anime Matsuri.
There we go.
Yeah, there
Put
it
it on the
is.
list.
Drink.
I already just did. What?
Take another shot.
Um. Okay. Yeah. No. Akon. For those of you like, I'm pretty sure Jace has like knows somebody that's on that
It's my
they used
up
to
in my
work.
territory.
So did I. I knew somebody that used to work for them or with them or whatever, and I did. I used to know several people that worked for Akon, and I have to tell you, I volunteered for Akon, and I will never make that fucking mistake ever again.
But it's always ran so shittily. Imagine they give you a suggestion box at the end of a thing. It's like, all right, tell us everything we did wrong that we can work on it.
Feedback and all that, like a
You
survey.
put all that feedback in there. It's like, oh, well, thank you. And they light that bitch on fire. It's like, we don't give a shit. We're gonna do the same thing next year, but worse.
Dude, they work you rampant. They don't really feed you. They don't take care of you. The crash space is garbage because they get a 1 bedroom and slam like 9 people in that bitch.
That's our job, okay? If we want to cram that many people in a hotel, let us do that ourselves.
I know, at least get a double. Okay, that's 4 people, 2 people per bed. Right
A lot
there.
of pillows. Pillows are always important. That next
Right.
important.
And like they make you work like 10 hours a day. And then when you ask them, like, hey, I want to see the cosplay contest or I want to see this panel, and they'll tell you like, oh yeah, no, we'll work with you. Yeah, we got you. But come the weekend, no, we can't. No, we can't. We need you to work this spot.
Oh, you want to see the contest? All right, you'll see it from the door.
You want to see that
You're
one
checking
45-minute
badges.
panel that's right after your ship? No, we need you to stay longer.
Yeah, 30 guys just ducked out, so we need you to cover all of them.
You might as well sleep. I'm not gonna say what con. I'm not gonna say where, but I remember one of the cons where the staff were sleeping underneath the dealers' tables.
Ooh.
Onicon.
That's how bad some of these cons treat their staff. Well, a con.
I thought it was Akon. That sounded about right.
That sounds about right.
I don't go to Akon anymore for a reason.
Yeah, so honestly, dude, Akon itself fucked itself up. Yeah, I agree with you. The fucking little fucking kids that with the fucking, but that's because they had a lot of ravers, dude. And I'm sorry, but there are a lot of fucking ravers that are just about tearing shit up and doing hardcore drugs.
I went to a rave once at Akon.
Akon had an entire floor for a rave once,
That sounds
and
awesome.
that shit was crazy. Everybody was like shaking like crackheads, dude.
It felt like a rave. Not like
It
some raves
smelled
at
like a rave.
conventions. Kind of weird.
Somebody was getting blown in the corner like a rave.
Hey, I thought you said you wouldn't tell anyone.
He told you that in confidence.
$20 is $20. Go.
He didn't
Shut
tell
up.
me shit. I saw it.
Send me that DVD commentary.
He some chick went down on some dude. She just met him. Met him. She didn't even remember who it was afterwards.
When those bases drop or something, I don't
When
know
the
how
drugs
raves work.
kick in, you mean?
Oh yeah, that one. When the bass drops and the LSD is lit. You like LSD, right? I don't know how drugs work.
All right, yeah,
You
that's a
lick,
good
you
question.
lick
What is
it
the
like a
ideal room
stamp.
party like? What does it take to be successful? That is a really tough question to answer.
Mature ass fucking adults.
Drugs.
Because when you say mature, like how mature?
Mature. Like they drink and have fun, but
50s.
they know not to break something, and
Are
it'll
you talking
stop
about
someone
like?
else from vandalizing it.
Are you talking about like
Or 50
classic,
year olds.
like a club where they play classic '80s and '90s mature? Are you
MILFs.
talking about? There you go. Are we talking? Are we
Josh
talking
is
where
just he's got
everyone's?
checklists of things he wants to see. He's like 50-year
Right.
olds, films.
Do you
MILFs.
mean like people show up with like
Goths.
tuxedos or black suits and they have monocles and they have little teacups and they're like,
Oh,
But
if
you're
I'm
like,
holding a
There
party
you
and
go, the
someone shows
Monopoly
up to
man.
my door like, yes, what $1 billion aplenty coming in here.
$1 billion. Remy bucks aplenty.
yeah, Remy,
$1
billion
bucks aplenty.
bucks of plenty. No, that his is
Doug,
the off-brand.
someone
Like
comes
how,
in looking like Doug Dimmadome. I'm letting them in.
yeah. So
Doug Dimmadome?
Jesus is
Oh, the Doug
billion
Dimmadome?
bucks of plenty. Just like his alter ego, like the opposite. His Bizarro Superman is called Mace.
What?
Face.
So we came up with this elaborate backstory that there's an entire group called
Dork Six
Dork
always.
Six Always, and they have what was it
They're
called?
opposite versions of us.
Yeah, one of them was called something
The
Mario.
Beyblade Mario.
Yeah,
Beyblade
Beyblade Mario. Puerto Rico,
Captain
Mace,
Puerto
and
Rico.
Adequate
Lord Puerto Rico.
Christian.
Adequate Christian's my favorite.
Adequate Christian. And they like Enemy Matsuri, and they're always on their side. And
The
Kiss
sketchier
man.
the owner, the better.
yeah, like Mr. Koopa, the guy that stripped in front of those kids. That panel.
That was Voldemort, right?
Yeah. But remember, his last name sounds kind of like Koopa.
Yeah,
Koopa.
but if you call him Voldemort, then there's
Yeah, we
no
call
way
him
of tracing it back to you.
It's kind of weird because he has a nose. Is he Voldemort or an evil Billy Corgan?
No, that's fucking John Lee. Billy Corgan.
Billy Corgan. He looks like he should be part of the alternate ego, the Smashing Pumpkins,
Yeah.
the Gathering Melons,
Keeping of squashes.
Keeping of Squashes. There you go.
Keeping squashes. Yeah.
So ideal room party is. It just depends on you as an individual. What do you think is the ideal room party? We're gonna go with Sonic.
Okay. Well, for starters, just have like a lot of like. Well, first off, like refreshments, obviously. Also, music, like loud music, anything like any sound, you know. Also, you just gotta have like. Oh, that's tough, actually. Like those are like the two keywords. Is like refreshments and just loud music, just any type of thing, anything that would get like people like moving and all that stuff. You know what I mean?
Gotta get those BPMs going.
Yeah.
I think the ideal room party for me is what we did at IkiCon, where we can hijack or get a panel room to ourselves, just play some loud music because we don't have to deal with the noise complaint, we don't have to deal with the noise restriction, and just have people just fucking dance and shake some ass. Drink if you got it. Smoke.
Well,
if you got it.
it's not really a room party then.
It's in a room.
Well, what is a room? A teepee is a room technically, or a house
Okay.
is just a big room.
I
with
don't
smaller
want.
rooms in
Okay,
it.
so my idea of room party is one where there isn't a line to my own bathroom, and the toilet isn't filled with puke.
You got high standards.
I do. I really do. Especially after IkiCon, because I did a no.
You just no.
Did you violate your own rule?
What's that? Puke?
I
No,
don't know.
I didn't puke.
Trick is be vague, so you fill in the blank.
No, but their security, some of them were dicks. I think some of them were like mad with power. You know which one I'm talking about, right, Josh? That one blonde dude, the one that was being an asshole.
Oh, the one that's saying to shut up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, funny enough, we were low enough in the hotel where any noise going up wouldn't have been heard at all. So any noise complaints would have just been invalid.
Yeah, because of it was mostly the hotel staff that were tripping. They shut us down after 3 hours of partying
They were
in that
jealous.
panel room.
Plus, it was almost like 3.
No, it wasn't. That was that we got kicked out at like 1, 2.
That was the other party.
That was the other party where it got so fucking lame. Remember we had to
Because it
leave
lacked
because it was like
refreshments.
shitty. That dude was getting like creepy, and we were trying. Oh no, you weren't there when that happened.
No.
Oh yeah, we almost beat the shit out of some guy. It's not a party until Goku shows up and almost throws hands with somebody.
Or something.
All right, Jace, you're next. What is your ideal room party?
Lots of alcohol and food. But I like food that can get on your
when y'all
hands and
say
touch shit.
food, when
I
you
don't want
Sonic
Cheetos.
say
If I see
food,
a fucking Cheetos, I want no Cheetos. And we're like, something that's not going to make a giant fucking mess.
when
Munchies.
you and Sonic
Check
say
this.
food at a room party, why do I picture y'all having just some kind of grill in the fucking hotel room?
We brought out George Foreman. All right,
Yeah.
guys.
Y'all just
Oh,
in there
it's-
with the old smoky, like flipping steaks and shit.
We got some brats going over here, and we got some
Fucking
tater
fire
tots.
alarm goes off.
Don't mind that. That's just the alarm. It tells us when to flip them. Flip them over. It's got to have alcohol. I'm not a big drugs can stay away. I don't care about that, but alcohol is a definite. Then, if you could supply like Pedialyte, that'd be great.
Yeah,
Just chug a
Gatorade.
Yeah.
That's what sugar. Pedialyte's way better.
What the fuck? Okay, explain pickle juice.
Pickle juice, it's electrolytes.
What?
It's what Gatorade used to be. It was just a shit ton of electrolytes. Your body, when you drink alcohol, your body does not absorb water anymore. You don't retain it. That's why you pee a lot more often.
Okay,
Electrolytes help you absorb water,
like, no,
so
but
you
that's
hydrate.
literally why you would drink a Gatorade and a Powerade, because it helps hydrate your body. Because all alcohol poisoning is dehydration.
Right, but Gatorade and Powerade are mostly sugar, where Pedialyte does not have a shit ton of sugar and has
That's
more
for fucking
electrolytes.
babies.
No, they kind of
They
embrace.
sell it at the gas station for a reason.
Yeah, it's not even for babies anymore.
Get some Pedialyte, just a bunch of that. It tastes okay. You can technically mix alcohol in it, which is interesting.
That
Ironic.
defeats the purpose.
No,
Yeah,
it's called
that makes it
speed running. And what was
You're
the other
just
thing?
as bad as those fucking people that mix Four Locos and no, they drink Four Locos. Yeah,
I'll drink them if I want a soda, but I don't want to go to the liquor store.
Four Locos is an alcoholic. It's like an alcoholic energy
I
drink.
know-
It's
I am
actually
well aware
literally
of it.
bad for your heart.
It's just caffeinated booze.
It's
It's not
bad
good.
for you. It's literally
It doesn't even
bad
taste
for you.
good.
Because alcohol is a relaxer. It's a downer, and this is literally sparking you.
I want stimulants all over.
You want
And
you're gonna
depressants.
stimulate into a fucking grave.
Hell yeah, cartwheel over there.
So you heard Jace, a grill, no Cheeto.
I don't want something that's going to leave a film on my hand so that you'll see fucking fingerprints everywhere.
So no Doritos either.
Right. I want a non-film chip.
What do you think, Sonic? Would you have a grill in your room if you could?
If you get a George Foreman, hell yeah.
Yeah, I don't see why not. A lot of people bring air fryers.
Oh
Those
shit,
don't
air
make a lot
fryer.
of smoke, though.
Nah, it's not smoke. It's just like a thing in the air. It's not smoke.
Like for Onicon, we would get a condo that came with a fucking kitchen, so we can actually cook.
Mhm.
I didn't think of the air fryers. That's a great idea. Thanks
That
a lot,
actually is a
Sonic.
good idea.
Changes the game. I'm bringing some chicken nuggies.
Every time we go to what about Fritos?
Cook a pizza and all that. eh?
Fritos are okay. They're not like a film that builds up. You
So
gotta eat a lot
no
of Fritos.
Cheetos, no Doritos, no
Lay's.
hot fries.
What about Lay's?
Yeah, what about
You
Lay's?
can go Lay's. You might get some oil everywhere, but you're not gonna get like a film
Chex
of
Mix.
cheese dust.
Don't
Chex
avoid the
Mix,
question, sir. So no hot Cheetos, no regular Cheetos,
unfortunately,
No.
no
No
Cheetos
Doritos.
of any kind.
no Doritos.
No.
Nope. I don't want to
Sounds like
film on everything.
You definitely don't have any Latina or Latino in you.
Tina and you.
It's about making a giant mess everywhere. I don't want to be touching a fucking handle and go through a layer.
Bro, and that's where you
of
draw the
cheese
line. Some of
dust.
these cosplayers, they will ask you, "Hey man, you want some cheese?" And then they'll start they'll start scratching their privates.
What?
Do you have some cheese?
The fuck kind of party are you talking about? You kicked those people out and okay, I want booze, good snacks, and none of that fucker. Kick that guy out immediately. You filter through the door. They come to the door and say, "Hey, when I say cheese, what do you think of?" And then they say that, you kick them in the face.
They start
There.
scratching their
I want some cheese.
cheese.
You deck them in the fucking face. And you go, next.
What about
Rest of the same-
Takis? Let's. What about Takis?
Takis, hell yeah.
I feel like we're falling under the same category. Fritos don't have as much film. Takis, you're still kind of getting there. And I don't trust people when they get too drunk to not make a giant mess of that shit.
All right, last one. Goldfish.
Oh,
Goldfish.
hell yeah.
Fine,
Goldfish are hell yeah. Those are leave a film. Those are good.
Pretzels are
A
good.
shit ton of goldfish.
The thing is, dude, I don't like.
Get out of here with
that have-
pretzels, though. No pretzels.
Yeah, well, I like pretzels, but I like the warm, soft pretzels.
Like the ones you see at
Ooh.
Fan Club or something like that.
We'll bring
Yeah,
the George
yeah.
Foreman and that little plug-in pretzel maker, and we'll have that going for you like a fucking movie theater.
Popcorn.
Get some pretzel bites.
Oh,
Yeah.
somebody asked, what about for hot buttery popcorn?
No, just regular popcorn. If you want to add,
Regular
I'm fucking
popcorn.
with you now at this point.
The butter's outside the room. The hand
What the hell is gray popcorn?
Grey Poupon.
Coupon?
Grey Poupon? That's mustard. It's just mustard.
Yeah.
It's fancy gray mustard.
That sounds
It's
gross.
like spicy
Anyways,
brown mustard that's been
I
refined.
need to bring those chips that no one else eats, so I'll be in my corner eating vinegar.
Munch-
Oh,
Salt and vinegar is just salt with more salt.
you want to know how you can tell if somebody's single, or they have a
Good.
girlfriend that doesn't give a shit, or a partner that doesn't give a shit? They're in a corner eating Funyuns.
Funyuns.
I do like Funyuns, but I won't buy them.
But if somebody buys them, I'll eat them.
That's because they are the least. You get the least amount of chip per bag with a Funyun. They're just designed poorly.
air.
I don't want air. I want Funyun. It's a chip
And
with
they
a giant
go
fucking
bad
hole in
so
the middle.
fast.
Oh yeah, you leave that bag open more than an hour. It's stale. And chewy.
Hour. I left that bitch open for 15 minutes, and they started going bad.
Well, if I'm open that long, they're gone. I've ate the whole bag.
So yeah,
There's only like 3 chips in them, so let's be real.
booze, selective chips,
Selective cheese.
chips. Ugh, no cheese. No,
No
okay, tell
cheese.
you what, I supply the cheese. Nobody can bring their own cheese.
I brought my own queso. Ooh.
Get out.
Just like,
We bring our
Cow. Someone brought some cheese.
But he has the little jar like the dip. But it really is cheese. I can't take that.
Tostitos, get that shit out of here.
Oh, Tostino. Yeah, definitely get the fuck out. As a matter of fact, get off my floor.
Call the cops.
The cops on you. I want to report a hate crime.
Cheese is the type of drug in Play-Doh. I know that one.
So what about music? What do y'all? Okay, so you haven't answered the music one.
High
Sonic
BPM.
did.
I want a fast pace, kind of a rave feel to
All right,
it.
all right. Thank you, Skrillex, for your input.
Get some Dead Mouse going.
Yeah, Dead Mouse.
Hell, you play it long enough, he'll show up.
I don't know what the
If
fuck.
it's an anime convention, you gotta have some
opening.
weeb shit.
What was
Yeah.
the last thing you heard that I said?
Ah, shit.
Never mind. All right, we're moving on to Josh. Fuck it. What's your ideal party?
Booze, snacks,
Two turtles eating Funyuns.
snacks.
Sorry.
Hey,
Fucking-
sax. We know somebody who could play the sax.
Just Chad in the corner playing the saxophone.
Oh, dude. So when we had that party at IkiCon,
While
we
eating
played
Funyuns.
we played Careless Whisper, and he actually
Hmm.
did the saxophone version of it,
Yeah, he did.
and it was fucking great.
I guess juice boxes and women.
Capri Sun and women.
Oh, hell yeah. Juicy juice.
Juicy Mott's.
Uh,
It's
no, fuck
mean
no. I'm a
applesauce.
Capri Sun kind of person. Fuck out of here.
There you
You
go.
know why the bottom of a Capri Sun pouch is
You're
clear?
not a Kool-Aid jammers.
I love Kool-Aid jammers.
Comment weed, alcohol, food, and good company that won't fuck up the vibes.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
that implies you're sharing the weed. I don't want to share the weed with everybody.
Once
very
everyone brings a
selective
little
who I
bit.
share that with.
Everyone bring a nug.
Hell yeah, nuggets.
Yeah, check it
But
out.
from where though?
I was talking about the weed kind. But
Yeah,
we could
that's what he
definitely
meant.
bring other kind of nuggets too.
Yeah,
Dude.
no, but Josh is like hungry. He's like thinking with his stomach at this
I
point.
want double nugs. We want those nugs and then the other nugs. And we use the air fryer we brought in because Sonic had the idea. This part sounded great.
You know what?
Pizza.
My job doesn't drug test.
My job stopped because they couldn't hire anybody.
Yeah, no, my job's the same way because they hire people that work from home. Obviously, there goes 70% of the workforce in our company.
We stopped hair follicle drug testing. We'll still do like the other kind, but like he passes.
They don't even make you
6-month-old drug
piss in the
test.
cup no more. They just do the one where they swab your mouth, and that only works for like 24 hours.
Did you smoke 5 minutes ago?
Did you drink some alcohol? Did you have an alcohol or have a marijuana before coming to work?
You have a
Marijuana.
marijuana.
Yes. Let's see what the test says.
I
Says
don't
no.
like yogurt.
Yogurt?
Bring yogurt.
Wait, who said bring yogurt to it?
Go-gurt.
Go-gurt.
Go-gurt. Hell yeah, those Go-gurts. Remember Go-gurt?
Hell.
I like regular.
I mean, I'm not gonna have Go-gurt at a party.
I will have Capri Sun.
He could have
Kool-Aid
Go-gurt
Jammers.
with a side of Funyuns.
Okay, 100 chicken McNuggets ain't gonna feed shit. That's like
What?
3
That's
people.
one person. I can eat
Yeah,
that. Y'all gonna eat.
yeah. Depending on who it is, too. Like that's
According
maybe-
to Doritos, I'm a family of 6, so you better keep.
I
them
hate the
nuggets
family
coming.
size bags because they make you feel like a fat ass when you eat it by yourself.
It's like, hey, McDonald's 20-piece nuggets. It
Hey, can we-
feeds 2. No, it doesn't.
Bullshit.
Hey, I
You
feel
roll-
like
Barely
dog
feeds 1.
parties too. No,
dogs.
dogs should be in a party.
Yeah.
People love seeing pets or animals. They love seeing cats or dogs. They could just cuddle with them. at the party.
Speaking of dogs, where's my dog?
Order 2 20-piece nuggets. Whirl up the window by yourself.
Get
Stare
it
at the
There he
guy
is.
and look at me.
Come here, dog.
Come here, dog. Hey,
Everyone's got dogs.
dog.
Why? Your dogs look similar.
Nah, they're not the same though.
They're white. Therefore, they're the same.
Look at the camera. Look at the fucking camera.
It's a puppy.
It's a little puppy. My puppy.
I didn't bring you here so you can start chewing my cable.
Oh.
And yet I will anyway.
He's like, all right, put me down.
That's a
enough
that's a
love.
bonus.
He likes to be carried like a baby.
He's a
He
baby.
bites you- I wanted to bite your face so badly.
You better not bite me. We had
Oh,
this talk earlier.
Is the dog named Goten?
His name is Pedro.
Nice.
Both of your dogs' name are Doc.
What's with the red, dude? Where'd you get the red from? You okay?
Killed squirrel.
He had Funyuns.
Spicy Funyuns.
All right, all right, all right. You win. Bye.
Don't want to be friends with you anyway.
Bitch. He's always stealing my dirty laundry, motherfucker.
Did he shit on your pillow?
Nah, he does that in my brother's room.
Yeah, definitely, he heard how to do it.
This dog will literally go into my brother's room and
Send
piss
out
in
the
the
Amber
exact
Alert.
same spot every time.
Really? Wow.
Yes.
This isn't like that guy at all. All I know what I'm bringing to my next con. Get an air fryer.
Hey, I'm a smart guy.
It's a really
Yeah, but
good
we
idea.
have a tradition with our cons.
Be-
That's why I don't
be
bring the
lame.
microwave or air fryer. Air fryer.
Flyer.
It's an
fryer.
airplane.
It's an air fryer.
It's
We
the
have a tradition.
airplane.
Saturday, Asian Alex buys everybody food, so I'm not spending a fucking dime.
Does he know about that?
Yes, apparently, because he doesn't mind.
As long as you don't mind, I mean, it's fine.
He gets to see girls shaking their asses at the con, so. Well, mostly at Etchy Expo. There was a lot of twerking. There was a twerk off.
I mean, it's actually what do you expect?
Josh didn't say what type of music he wants to listen to.
He wants to listen to wave music.
I don't give a
Weed
fuck.
music,
Any
trap music.
Yeah, anime music.
Yeah, like Josh, the first time so Ikiko was the first time he got drunk, was it?
I got
Ever?
that. No, it's the first time I got that tipsy. I've had alcohol before. I just haven't had that much in one weekend.
Mm.
Did he get
You
blackout
didn't even
drunk or
have a
just
lot
really drunk?
compared to me.
I know. That's why I said.
You're not the one. Oh, I probably shouldn't say what I did at the con. I shouldn't have the bathroom.
I was at a convention and one of my friends had like part of a drink and he's like, "Oh man, I'm really drunk." I was like, "You pussy." So I downed like a quarter of a bottle of 100 proof vodka, and then I didn't realize, oh, he's diabetic. That's why he gets drunk so quickly off such little. And I just made a huge mistake drinking this much alcohol really quick.
Because you're a dummy.
I later threw up all over myself.
So at Ikikon, because Ikikon was New Year's, so Friday was New Year's Eve, going into New Year's Day, Saturday. It didn't help. This dude brought an entire duffel bag, a huge duffel bag. It was just filled with alcohol. He's like, "Who wants a shot? Who wants a mixed drink?" And I was like, "Órale, vato." And I was like, next thing you know, I go from, "Hey," to, "¿Sabes qué? When I was young."
Hey, pizza mama! And you're about to cry and telling your friends you love them.
Oh no, I got mad. Hey, bitch, take some shots with me, you pussy.
Don't be bitch.
Don't be a bitch. Don't be a bitch. No, I didn't really get super drunk that night because I was trying to keep tabs on Josh and our friend Hootie that night because I didn't want one of them to disappear. Because like the original plan was for us to go to the con and then come back to Josh's place, who lived almost an hour away.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Fuck that." First off, it's New Year's. It's gonna be way too dangerous to drive at night. So I was like, let's just stay in the hotel and I'll cover it and we'll just have a good old time. And sure enough, we had a great fucking time. We went to Walmart, the liquor store. I think we had more fun at Walmart.
Yeah.
I just thought when you said I don't want to lose them, it's like because you have bad object permanence when you get drunk. They're gone forever. Oh no.
Well, no, because the elevator system for that hotel is really stupid. There's a little touchscreen computer thingy, and you put what floor you want to go to,
It's got
and it will assign an elevator to you.
Mm-hmm.
So it had elevators A through like G or some shit like that.
Yeah.
So it's like, go wait at elevator B.
That sounds dumb.
And it took forever to get to our floors.
At least 10 minutes.
Bitch, when it
Yep.
lasted 10 minutes, that was like a miracle. It was like 20. I remember once we waited 20 minutes.
Yeah,
Remember at
the
one
elevator
point we
system
said,
was fucking
remember we at
stupid.
one point I said fucking we started taking the stairs.
Yeah, we were going down, but yeah.
What's the farthest you've gone on the stairs at a hotel?
I've gone all the way from the top floor to the bottom floor,
Wow.
which can be anywhere from 30 to 50 floors.
I went down 27 flights of stairs because someone pulled the fire
Going
alarm.
down is not the problem. It's
I
going up.
came back up because I was not waiting for that damn elevator.
There were people doing stuff in the stairs.
You won't send
Area.
me the video.
They were either smoking weed or they were doing stuff to other people or to themselves.
They're making macaroni art.
This one dude at Anime Houston was sex talking to his girlfriend. He was like I didn't see it because he was like further down, but you could hear the echo. And then you could hear her moaning. Like you could hear her moaning to him, and he's like, "Yeah, yeah."
That's where you got to yell, "Oh,
No, and then no. So I walk in there and I hear him. I'm like, "What's her name? Let me know when you're done." He's like, "Hold on, babe. There's some asshole here." I'm like, I'm the
I have a
asshole.
name, sir."
I'm like, I'm the asshole. I'm not the one in the emergency staircase jacking off.
Yeah, there are bathrooms for that, sir. You
I
take
know,
it
sir.
somewhere
You
else.
should have gone down to the con and used the con floor bathroom, okay? Like a regular person. Like a normal
Like you did.
Stop. You're going to get me in trouble.
Oh, that'll get you in trouble.
Shut up. No, I'll tell you why later.
The incriminating evidence in this
It's
entire series.
Yeah, it is incriminating. All right, so do room parties hurt or help a con? Yes or no? What do you guys
Yes and
think
no.
in the comment section?
I said no to be controversial, but I mean, in most part, I think it's just a bunch of BS. If the con makes money from everything else, it doesn't matter. It's not going to hurt it.
Unless
Because
it's
even a
Akon,
shit
then
show,
all they do
no,
is-
even a shit show like Akon persists. That's proof that it will not kill it. I was just saying that as a negative to try to draw some stuff out. Like, it doesn't kill really big ones. It could kill a small one, but you won't realize it.
I believe room parties help conventions. We already got one comment saying that not really sure. I feel like it's a bit of both. It depends on who hosts them. Yeah, it's fun if done right and responsible.
Jeez, it's straddle the fence comment section. Jeez.
It's because room parties can make or break a con goer's experience. I think the real issue here are the uptight people. There is a difference between going to a con and not liking. You don't like drinking. You don't like going to the parties. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But it's the it's the Captain Potassiums of the world who are like, I don't know why y'all do that. Why? What's the point?
Oh, I thought it was somebody else because there was
No,
another.
I'm just using. It is somebody else. I'm just using this person as a reference.
Uh-huh.
I'm like, I'm sorry, everyone, but I do not enjoy just walking around a fucking convention for 10 hours straight doing absolutely nothing.
True that.
Have you tried it with less clothes?
No,
Because I have. It's a
no,
lot
I
more
literally did
entertaining
not
than
wear
this.
cosplay, and people were still bombarding me.
Yeah.
I was literally just carrying my shield, and somebody literally stops me for photos and shit. Like, I was carrying a bunch of swords. Like, I was carrying everybody's weapons to take them to weapons check because I drew the short straw like a fucking idiot. And literally, somebody wanted my picture because, like, oh, are you trying to be like Zoro? I'm like, no, I'm just a Mexican who's getting everybody's shit weapon checked.
Oh my god, are you that referee from Robots or
Are
Metabots?
you the guy that mowed my lawn?
Enrique, what are you doing here?
um,
Why are you racist?
what do you think? What do you think, Sonic? What is your take? Yes or no? Hurt or don't hurt? think Sonic's on mute.
Professional
Yeah, there
voice
he is.
actor, everybody. Professional voice actor.
Here's the difference. I'm not doing it live. I'm not doing. I could do it pre-recorded,
That was
but
a bad take. That's what that was.
yeah, that was its awful take. Take one, take two. But like I said, it at the end of the day, it just depends on the person in general. Like if they like parties, I mean that's them, right? But for the people like Goku said, there's people out there who would say, oh, I don't see why people drink and all this stuff. Like, okay, well, if you're gonna be like that, then I mean, don't worry about what other people doing at the room party. You can't just be like a buzzkill and be like saying all that stuff because the room parties are for those who just want to party, and like it's an opportunity, like you said, Goku, is just like depending on certain parties. Yeah, sure, they'll let you just hang out and not drink or anything, but there's some that just want to drink. They just want to let it all out because, for example, is what the con itself could provide is not as great as if like you do your own rules in a way,
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, at the end of the day, it's just depending on the person. If a person who likes to party goes to those, that's fine. If somebody who doesn't go to those parties and they do other stuff, they can do whatever. I mean, at the end of the day, it's just preference, and that's what I believe.
Right. I mean, yeah, there are people that go and host panels like me, and there are people that go and do photo
Fuck up
shoots
panel.
the whole weekend.
Mm-hmm.
And there are people like Jace that go and just spend shit ton of money on their kids.
I bought a One Piece figure for $50 for my
What
daughter
the
because she picked
fuck?
it out. She picked it out. Okay. And it broke 3 months later.
Ooh.
I knew it was. I was like, like
Well, that's where you take the super glue and just like, well, that looks fine.
Yeah,
well,
I've
super-
broken one of my Goku heads. One of the figures, the head broke off because it fell, and I super glued the bitch back on.
My daughter was 6. What's your excuse?
It just fell. I think because I hit my door on the shelf and it just knocked it over.
I mean, I guess I can't really say anything. I just bought a $50 Miles Morales figure. So
Jesus fucking Christ! So much for asking you to buy me food. I'm starving. Somebody buy me some lunch. I get paid for it.
yeah.
My raise just
Today
kicked
is
in.
Monday.
I know. But I got my raise and I'm almost out of debt. Almost completely out of debt.
Hey, nice.
I had all my shit at the pawn shop. I had 14 loans, and now I'm down to 6. You're like, Jesus Christ.
I'm not gonna say anything.
I want to add to what Sonic said, but I fucking forgot what I was going to say.
That happens. It's okay.
Great show.
Quality entertainment.
Well, yeah. It's because, like, okay, so I'm going to try to see if I can remember, but it's like what you were saying. There are people that just go to the cons that do certain things. Like, literally, there are worse people at the cons than the alcoholics. You have,
Yes. Some of them are guests.
Yeah.
oh my God, fucking Voltaire. Fuck you, Voltaire. I
didn't say any names. You just brought it up.
I don't give a shit. Fuck you, Voltaire. I don't give a shit if you made the songs for Billy and Mandy or Courage the Cowardly Dog. I should have decked you in the face when I had the chance.
Well, while you're going over that, I want to add parts to what Sonic said and what I believe for it. People go to conventions and they have their own reasons for it. They go for parties, they go for that. I personally drink at conventions because I have crippling anxiety and I cannot stand to go out in front of people and being completely sober because that would suck ass for me.
Jeez, dude, what the hook? That's a good way to spend the con. My late girlfriend and I one year went back to the room after the con, drank, and had sex till we fell asleep. It was a great memory. Man's living the dream. He's living in the year 3000.
That he is.
3008 while we're sitting in 2008.
Yep.
I mean, he's living it, but it's like 2000. It's 2022. He's already doing it.
So I mean, there are worse people at cons, not just guests, but there are the overly excited, like don't know, or I
Boundaries.
don't want to say socially awkward because everyone's socially awkward to a degree,
Mhm.
but there are just like those the geeks and nerds and the otakus who like if you say like Naruto sucks,
Oh yeah,
they
yeah.
will start turning red and blue and pink and purple and all that shit.
Oh,
Well,
you
if
know,
you knew anything about Naruto, you would know his life was a struggle. It's like, shut up. He's privileged. Shut up.
there's also those who have who are financially should not be there, and for some reason they made the decision to be there, despite being financially not so good financially.
Got any
Oh my
money for
god, I know a
food?
few of
Got any
those.
money for a room? Got any
Homeboy,
money for
he's
this
sleeping in his
item?
car.
There's a guy on the well, I don't want to say the group, but there was a group of a con I recently went to that all this guy was complaining is like, how do you guys get to go to these conventions and all that? Can anyone let me room with them? And he was like mentioning, oh, I have $16 in my account. Okay, well, if that's the case, you should fucking go look for a better job if you only have $16, and a con should be the least of your worries.
Right.
Called employment.
I think I don't know exactly who you're talking about, but I know somebody that was like they went to the con, they were sleeping in their car. They didn't they borrowed the badge from somebody. They were there the whole weekend. No, I think they bought the day badge for Saturday and they bought a figurine that was like $300 somewhere around that price range.
Fuck.
I'm like, you couldn't afford to pitch $60 to stay in someone's hotel room.
Same guy asked you for food.
No, actually, yeah, we had to buy him food.
I would have decked him in the
So,
face.
but that's the thing, though. That's the thing, though. At a con, when you stay in our room, we don't mind buying food for the entire group.
Mhm.
That's Josh has stayed with us. He's seen it firsthand. Like somebody, like I pretty much paid for almost everything that weekend because Josh and our friend Hootie didn't exactly financially plan to be staying the weekend at the entire con.
Like it was their
So
plan.
it
yeah, but
wasn't
that's like
planned,
a
it was their
group
last
thing.
right.
But everyone knows that one person you keep seeing at a convention. You're like, he's here again.
Rock, if you're watching,
And about to get evicted. Going to a con.
Rock, how many times have I told you you're gonna start pitching in? Damn it!
How many times are you going to make him?
Actually, he has started.
Ooh.
I put my foot down. You can't see it, but it's down.
So, firmly placed.
I'm just saying, like, there are people that drink. Okay. Oh, now I remember. Right. So some of the people that go to these room parties and drink and want to take a load off are volunteers.
Because they have to deal with all the BS that happens during the con.
No, I'm not talking about anyone specific in our audience. Nobody watching, but I'm talking to like maybe that one individual that's probably watching right now or watching later on, or there's just that one person that's a complete fucking dick. They are a Karen. They're a Karen or a male Karen.
A Kyle.
No, they are a Karen because they ain't got a set of balls. No Funyuns, get the fuck off my chest.
Funyuns.
Kiss my ass.
There are a lot of con goers that are assholes to the volunteers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure there's someone that watches or subscribes to Geeks that's a fucking dick. When you're a
Don't have to
dick,
call me out
I'm
like
not
that.
saying you do it on purpose. Maybe you had a bad day too. Maybe you just spent $500 on a figurine that you just found out is bootleg.
They instantly regret it as soon as you put that card in there.
Maybe you
You know-
spent
You know what?
$300
If
on
I
a figure for someone you really liked, and they only like you as a friend.
Jesus Christ. First off, he was warned. He was warned. He was told she was only into chicks. Secondly,
But
he's
I'm a
way
pussy.
too old for her. Third, he should have been in jail after that incident. Anyways, I'm going off topic. Honestly, if I spent $500 on a figurine and found out it was bootleg, I would physically assault the vendor.
Yeah, that's not cool.
I would just not buy the figurine at a convention.
Yeah,
In some cases, that's actually considered illegal too.
yeah, but that's why some of them keep them at a distance. They're like, oh, can I? No, sorry, we can't let you touch it. Oh, I guess I'll just buy it then. Shit.
I'm like, fuck that.
They don't want you to inspect it and all that stuff too.
Yeah, 'cause
This
I
guy's
like
got
inspecting
shit
shit.
figurines.
All right, Josh, we
Bootleg.
never got to you. What was our question?
Yeah, does
Do cons help? Do con parties hurt or help the
Yeah, there you go.
convention?
The actual question.
The actual question of the evening. Ah, I mean, I'm gonna go on the same line. Say it really just depends on who is hosting the party, how well,
all that? Yeah. Sorry.
yeah, how well it's received and managed. More than anything, because I mean, just it's different for every convention.
How am I supposed to see your? How am I supposed to go to your Twitch if you don't post the link?
You're supposed to be hosting a show right now.
Well, it's one of these people I invited as a guest. They posted something. I'm trying to contact her. She's very true.
Generic answer.
Generic answer.
You're just reading off a comment. That's what you did, Josh. It's like, oh, like this is a good comment.
So I mean, overall, it wasn't really like. Honestly, this topic was kind of one-sided. But there are some other topics that we cover yearly on a yearly basis that we actually have to start talking about. Again, bathing,
Again,
hygiene.
That shouldn't be a yearly topic, by the way.
yeah,
Be a daily.
that was some point. That was at one point that was becoming like a monthly thing.
You look yourself in the fucking mirror and say,
Yeah, but we
"Man,
haven't talked about it since last year because the year before last year we had a daily podcast 5 times a week, and then we moved to the
it's your daily reminder. Like a fucking shower, you weirdo."
it's your daily reminder to shower.
I can't even imagine doing a daily podcast.
Boy, it was a fucking.
It sucked.
Yeah, you want to take a shot every time. How many times have we talked about nice guys in a month?
At least twice a month.
That's where this bear came from.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why
This bear's got
That's a
nothing to
fucking
do
bear.
with the fucking show.
Asking permission to take a picture of the con. Actually, yeah, there's some like, and especially in the artist alley, there's some of them that have signs that say "no photos, please" and all that.
Yeah. Actually, yeah, we can do another of convention hotel room rules and survival tips.
Always bring deodorant.
Yeah, bring a fucking degrees and
I
spray
said
it on.
survival tips, so you're not asking for miracles.
Brought my deodorant bat. It's a stick of deodorant that I duct taped to the end of a bat.
Pisses me off. They sell dollar deodorants at Walmart.
What?
Give out grab bags, hygiene grab bags.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's-
they
go.
literally sell like in Walmart. They have a travel section where they have all like the toothbrushes and toothpaste and mouthwash,
yeah.
and it's like little bitty miniature like toothpastes,
Like,
mouthwash.
you get a bag of
deodorant.
like essentials for like what, $4 or $5, something like that.
Yeah, about that price. I can't afford deodorant. Like, dude, homeboy that used to do the LARPing bullshit at Onicon, who went to fucking jail. I don't give a fuck. I'm not gonna say his name. I don't give a fuck if he knows I'm talking shit about him because first off, he ain't no fucking savage. He's a fucking criminal. He's a fucking asshole. But that guy stunk around the corner.
He was stinky.
Like, let's say you go to Walmart, you're walking towards electronics, but you can smell him from the pharmacy department.
It's got like heat waves coming off of him.
Yeah,
Like a
you
mirage.
sweat because
got,
he
like-
didn't put on
Got, like,
deodorant.
flies all around him, spinning around him.
Yeah,
My God, I thought you were an oasis. The air was just floating around you.
That's where you just take a couple Febreze like cans and just spray
he
every
didn't.
step.
So he would
Like you
spend
stab
every
it and you
waking
throw it
moment-
like a bomb.
he would spend every waking moment at the LARPing at the sleeping samurai shit, and his excuse was, "Oh, I'm allergic to deodorant."
You're allergic to friends too. Get the fuck away.
And he had friends, people that tolerated him and his fucking smell.
That's
No-
disgusting.
They had no sense.
So the whole
There-
payment thing, I, I'm kind of, I, I'm more lenient on it as long as I can get enough to cover the room.
Hmm.
Then just pay me at some point during the weekend because I don't pocket any of the money. Like all the money, anything we have extra goes towards like food. Like on Saturdays we'll get like a shitload of fried chicken. Like at Anime Houston we had churches and Popeyes. It was fucking
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Thank you for the food. That was really appreciated.
Oh yeah, Sonic was there and he shows up and we're he shows
Oh
up
shit, y'all got
with his
churches.
partner and they're like, "Hey man, y'all hungry? You want to eat?" And he's like, his face says "fuck yeah," but he's like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah, sure." His
Yeah,
face says food.
I was like starving that day. I was like, dude, I'm fucking starving. And I actually apologized as I was eating it. Like, yeah, sorry guys, I'm fucking starving.
Yeah, but that's how our group has always been. Like, hey, somebody walks in when we're getting ready to eat. You want some chicken,
Want some?
a biscuit,
Yeah, sharing and all
pizza,
that.
burger? Because we'll literally spend
come for the
anywhere
biscuit, stay for the drink.
Oh, we make sure we have drinks whenever we eat the biscuits. Oh, we had an entire debate in that hotel room about biscuits too.
And when when you eat a Popeyes biscuit, and there's no water.
Yeah.
Suicide.
So it ranged from that to which biscuits were the better,
Oh,
and it all came down to the honey biscuits at
Red
fried
Lobster.
chicken wise. It was
That was
Red Lobster has the best biscuits.
cheese biscuits.
Cheddar
Right.
biscuits.
But you can get the honey biscuits with butter.
Honey butter biscuits from Whataburger.
No,
the
Ooh,
churches
no,
ones
honey
are
butter
better.
biscuits from
Churches or
churches.
I didn't
Yeah,
even have
Churches
them.
has better biscuits.
Oh yeah.
We were supposed
Why
to
do you
end,
think
but
they
now
sell
we're
them
talking
in
about
one?
biscuits.
Alright,
What do you think they
fucking-
sell in batches?
End
of
this
1,
show.
3,
I
and
want to go
6?
eat something.
All right, yeah, I'm hungry too. All right, guys, thank you for watching. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel, the Facebook channel, and on Twitch. We go until I can figure out what's going on with the audio stuff, and I cut off, didn't
A little
No.
bit.
No, not for
I?
that.
So yeah, we're arguing. The chat's going like the Royal Rumble. So if you haven't already, make sure you follow us on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook. We did submit 10 panels for Comic Palooza. We've also signed up for media and podcasts, so hopefully we get all those approved. Comic Palooza is July 15th through the 17th. We'll also be applying for Bell County Comic Con, Anime Houston, Anime Dallas, Delta H Con, San Japan, IkiCon, UshiCon, Etchi Expo, and much, much more. And we might actually try to hit up the Ravens flock and hit up some cons in Florida.
That'd be sweet.
Just make them
That'd
come
be cool.
here.
We're going domestic.
All right, guys. All right. If you haven't already, make sure you also check out Keyblade Sonic's YouTube channel.
Also, a little quick plug here. I actually did when we brought it up earlier, I did a podcast interview with Anime and Chill. It was actually run by two people that I know. They're really cool. They interview they talk about anime, obviously, and they also interview cosplayers, anybody who's part of the anime industry per se. And I'll just drop a link on the Geeks 5 Ever page. So hope you guys.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I'll also I'll share the link as well because I know you shared it on the Discord. Their show's pretty cool. It's definitely much more scripted than ours.
Professional.
Shut up. All right, and also make sure you check out the Zeros to Heroes podcast, Absolute Zeros to Heroes on YouTube and Facebook and the Twitch and the tweeters.
Yeah, just look for this logo right here.
I thought you
Zeros
just
to-
left.
I know. I thought he left too. I thought he just like left. Show's over.
No, I was preparing
you-
for that. Yeah, just look
Now I
for
got the
just look for
logo.
this logo right here.
All right, yeah. So make sure you check out the Zeros to Heroes channel, Absolute Zeros podcast every Sunday at 8 p.m. I'm on the show. I do show up. Sometimes I don't show up because I'm sick or stupid.
We're sleeping.
Or a
Yeah.
dummy.
I'm asleep.
All right,
Sometimes
fair.
our Josh will forget to tell me.
That
I
has
feel like that's
happened
on
once
you.
or twice.
That has happened 3 times.
Put on your Google Calendar.
No, because he has to send me the link.
You can remind yourself to remind him.
I forget to remind.
Oh,
And then when I send the leaks,
Professional.
he forgets.
And then I'll ask him the next day, like all late and shit. What happened?
well, it's Monday now, so
All right, everybody. Thank you for watching. Make sure you check us out, and we definitely got a lot of new shit coming out. Definitely, we're getting that stride back. We'll be back next Monday for I don't know yet. I'll figure out the topic. But the
Cons and
Monday
shit.
after that will be a brief review of the Scarlet Witch movie. I mean, Doctor Strange 2.
You saved
And,
yourself in the beginning, but you fucked up at the
I
end.
did that on purpose this time. I did that one on purpose.
Sure.
No, yeah, because I care more about Scarlet Witch than I give a shit about Doctor Strange.
Scarlet Witch featuring Benedict Cumberbatch.
Yeah, Goku makes a cameo. Batman made a cameo.
Damn,
I
now
mean,
he's
played
spoiling
Elizabeth
shit for
Olsen.
me.
Olsen has said that she does like being called mommy.
And with that, we're ending the podcast. Thanks for watching. Peace.
Bye.